yeah, what it is. Welcome back to another episode of the Big T Debate. I go with the name of Danny Pacheco. And before we get into the what and how, why did you disappear for so long? I feel like it's only right for me to honor the person right next to me, or should I say towards my left. And this is my bro. This is someone that I've known for a long time. And recently he's been, chowed, if I could put it that way. Or back in podcast. So it's like, yo, dude, when are you shooting? I'm like, probably next week around like Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. He's like, yo, you know what? I have a great idea. Instead of you just shooting this thing alone, why don't you pull through to mine and we could record this thing? This is why even like the location's different. I know I've been shifting so many locations. So yeah, with no further ado, I'd like to formally introduce my dude, Tebza Zaka, the money made, as we know him. How are you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great. I'm fantastic, brother. Thank you.
I feel great too, because like it's the first time in the show, more normality.
Yeah.
Most of the time I'm just here talking, and it's like a whole play on words, pretty much. The podcast in itself is legit just based on just us talking about things that are relevant, pop culture, music.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where the play on the word actually is there, which is like spilling the tea.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I'm glad like today at least I'm not doing this thing alone.
Sure.
Yeah, so I already asked you how you feel, so I feel maybe it's only right for me to also just give you the platform to just speak about who you are, what it is that you do, because I know you have so many other interests beyond just being on podcasts. You dude who's trying to get into lo-fi.
Makes sense.
Actually, he's even the first dude that even really honed my ear when it comes to like house music. Before I used to think house music is just like what's this thingy? Body R&B. So R&B I like R&B, but like I've always just thought of R&B as something that is only played on Sundays and and then eventually I met this dude around 2010, and then he put me onto Soul Candy, the compilations that day, and from then on I was sold in the house ever since.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so tell the people what you're about and all of that.
aka as they call me, Tebza Zaka. I've known Daniel since 2010. I have passion in music, so I like to see myself. I aspire myself to be under the beat side, because I feel like that's where my natural skills will actually apply. So yeah, that's basically me.
It's basically Tebza, a real dope individual. But like seeing that we just got that out the way, I feel like it's only right for us to just get into what actually brought us here, and which is like the music, pop culture, and everything else that's been popping. Just like a slight disclaimer for people who might be new or subscribing to the channel just now or just bumped into us. What this actual show podcast is about is just surrounded around pop culture, like I mentioned, music and all those things. So don't be surprised when you see us talking and it's not really about what the actual title of the podcast is, which is tea. That's for sure. It's just that we just don't talk about tea, we talk about music and all that. And speaking of music, there's a lot of things that have been happening within the music world.
True.
One thing that I found really funny, especially just fresh off just looking at that recent episode there, Emtee on Podcast and Chill, when he had like that dude that you like, Slik Talk.
Yeah.
After I followed that, I get nontonale pictures. Was it pictures? Yeah. Ricky Rick had this Remy Martin team up dinner.
Yeah.
So he invited all these key individuals within the industry. Bo Jaziki, Uncle Waffles was there.
I think I've watched one of them.
Yeah, and a bunch of other key players.
Yeah.
So now, where it gets really tricky is that Maphorisa is in the other side of the world. Wagiga, Ogo, Darembargin, Ogo Dubai.
Sure.
So I'm Dubai, thing is, I don't even know how to put this, because like, beef, I think people just make up their own assumptions. But I would picture, if this whole thing's actually real, that one go Dubai. Flipping through IG, cheats, he may be preparing for a gig and whatever. He scrolls through his feed, Thuli was in a picture of Jay-Z, team up sessions,
Sure.
When Holland come on and discuss early on
Yeah.
You assuming dog you're in a relationship with a baby, bro.
Hey.
And then she's already taking pictures. And even also like on her part, we could say it's kind of unfair for people to stir up some beef where it's just an innocent picture. But you know Twitter, people like drive conversation. So eventually, that's what happened. They drove that conversation that, Jesse, you are I don't know, Sure. And Henry Flop of your bro meeting, master of controversy, Slik Talk. He makes a whole video. I'm not even gonna entertain this whole Maphorisa chat, Thuli P. Maphorisa is a simp. He's just a guy that cries for girls. He's a hopeless romantic. And girls are always gonna forever break his heart. So I'm not gonna, feel any sympathy for this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Everything that's happening to him, he deserves it, and it's whatever. And that kind of messed me up a bit inside because I was like, yo, Dimanjo, fella nabi. But what made me even way worse is that now Thuli P now pulls up to clear the air.
Yeah.
And what she says on Twitter, she's not dating anyone, she's single. So this whole thing of like Maphorisa, Wozoria no regalawa na di Balenciaga. Hape na big spending, my brother. Come to Bali. Na big spending da. And some of these items that you was buying, you can see these are items you're gonna spend on a female. You can't be buying like weird Dior and all these other fancy labels and bags and stuff.
Sure.
So I'd assume that when he was doing that, it was for Thuli P, and now Thuli P comes out and says, "How Jolie." Unless maybe it was protect the image. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
My man, the fault is on both sides because they lack communication on what you see.
Yeah.
I mean, Thuli P, if she did what she did right there, it means that she never actually communicated with Maphorisa about the relationship or a type of relationship they got, So I can't blame any problem. I can't blame Jay-Z for doing whatever he's doing because he's also trying to lay, some points too, dog. I mean, Thuli P's a beautiful lady, dog.
She's a beautiful lady.
She's beautiful,
sure.
dog.
That's
Yo.
Sure.
So niggas will make sure.
And they will.
They will make sure, dog. Yeah.
They will. But otherwise, regarding just that one Scorpion King who had his heart broken, have you been following the Scorpion Kings in terms of like their releases and stuff?
Yo, my guy, when it comes to, I'm gonna be honest, it's been hard on me because I'm more of a hip-hop, R&B, lo-fi type of person. But I haven't been following much about Scorpion King.
Well, if you were actually like following, Marga show you been at the wedding.
Sure.
Abalele.
Yeah, guys. That's a fire song.
So you see, one thing that I've been having like weird debates about, like in my head, is just like something I find really hard to understand is how like these songs get leaked. Like I don't understand like how these songs get leaked. Sure, I understand like they DJs. Obviously go send them out and Zaka.
Sure. Or at least they get
Romela something.
Sure.
Then you're gonna test it on crowds and whatever. Sure. But like how these songs just consistently leak over time, like I try to shop and I do this is because like the effects of it is more of the thing that really irks me. Because Trigger leak.
Sure.
And then people really know the song for like a whole month or whatever. And then after a whole entire month, what decided that way, as Maphorisa le Tebza, then Satrega. And then Helen Satrega Mola, there's always going to be this talk about, hey Mara, is it going to live up to the hype that was before, that the hype that existed before when the song just leaked and whatever? Because people feel like when you officially release a song that has been leaked for quite some time.
Yeah. I believe that it's also pressure. I mean, just in September, October, there's been fire songs, dog. I mean, like fire. People are trying to prepare for December as we speak. So imagine if I know I have a fire song right now and this guy has a fire song. I need to make sure that I build up, dog. So it might not be the owners. but they wanna have this specific name to make sure that December we're playing the song.
For sure. I never really thought of it like that. I never really thought of it like that.
I mean, if you've been following, especially in the media, people are looking for the next best thing. December you so me bra on go groove on go come on on go exact 31 kere 10 5 4 3 2 1 ka pina.
Yeah.
On Ulysses. So I think it's that hype.
It's that hype, ne?
Yeah.
But you see now it's weird. At least on my part, hype I understand. I'm sorry, but you can't say like now you feeling the pressure on my behalf.
No,
as someone that I just sent an exclusive song.
That's also
true.
It's bad. Dog.
Yeah, because like I was even thinking about. I know we're talking about the Scorpion Kings. We'll get back to them because but like just to expand on what I was talking about related to them too. I had the same problem with him. You know, like the Binazai didn't league.
Yes.
And then eventually, like they force his hand because now you're not making any money off
the league. Makes sense.
Cool. You're taking advantage via gigs. That's for sure. That's cool. But like, if a song is blowing up on YouTube, it 1 million views. Imagine if it was released officially on your page.
It makes sense.
You see, you would have been making a whole lot of money. Because one only know, Unse Alba. Have you heard it?
I haven't, but I feel like with also this leakage, it's not only happening to us local artists here. It's happening to everybody because I feel like they have a specific pressure and time frame to release. These people have fans to please on top of it. So I'm not blaming the artist directly. They also need to look at their own team and trusting of specific data not to be leaked. You understand? Because it's also a team thing. If I know that I'm, for example, working for Tebza and people are telling me about a different artist, I'm like, yo, Tebza is the guy, type of thing. You understand? That type of information can be easily leaked. You understand? So it's also pressure and making sure that you're pulling the weight within that specific team. I don't know, my king.
It's really like a tricky situation because like come ko nage wana unsitse tamane and then manu no unsitse sharp, but like maybe I'm the only one who's feeling like this, but I feel like who's bumping that man's album? And I'm not saying it disrespectfully. It's the thing of those songs were leaked way before it kind of messed with the steam, and I'm still pro saying that sometimes no matter how many times a song gets leaked or whatever, and then an artist officially releases a song, if it's hot, it's hot. Bona I do well. So hard to wear.
But these artists also have Instagram accounts, Twitter accounts, so they also leak their own information by means of, I'm pulling a sweat today. This is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
You seeing other major artists, you be like, I'm excited to hear this thing real quick.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So, Joe, it's generally, I feel like it's the drive, dog, to make sure that you still pop. Even though it's officially leaked afterwards, yes, there was certain leakage, but my man, you're still gonna secure it.
You're still gonna secure
because you still have that fan.
That's for sure.
Yeah, dog.
That's for sure. Cause like, just to go back on that point, the Scorpion Kings. I saw an IG live video, but it was from like a week or two weeks back on, and it's weird because like before that IG live video, cover art. So I was like, maybe someone that's probably trolling or whatever. Then it turns out it was maybe something that someone got from the Sony team. Piano have another distribution deal.
Sure.
With Sony. So maybe someone might have gotten
that information from there.
That information or that picture.
Yeah.
And then they leaked it. And then boom, after that leak, Tebza she found a busy video. Tebza busy video. On that video, pretty much, he's telling the people pretty much. He's like, yo, official, you know. And that official song, what's crazy, now makes us all look like dumbos. We've been playing the song, jamming to it, gigging, whatever, né?
Sure.
But like he kind of rearranged it a bit. So now there's like, I'm not so sure, because like, I hear the song in passing, like, Kodi Club or whatever.
Sure.
But now there's like a young intro, or a young 40 to 1 minute. Yeah, Amifako, all bad, and it's like completely different. And then after she sings, that's when now she leads into what we already know as the song. Like I see the happy, chorus and everything else. You know? So I was like, yo, see, there's like a pro and con to this whole thing. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
The taste already gives you the meal that you're about to eat.
The
taste, my man. The minute when you know,
the crazy part is also Reina or really nice, because he's got the proper version. And then boom, after that he released it. But like, you see, what's cool also is that just to regurgitate what I was saying before. Sometimes when you have a fire song, it's gonna be fire, regardless. Yeah, leaky war, right?
Cheapy, Joe. That's like I'm go. What's that? Like 24, 25, 26, do you want to cheapy on you?
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. So when I so far, can go to debate, Joe? Hey, song of the year. Yeah, song of the year. Some of these songs I haven't really heard on the radio. So it's kind of weird for me to even talk or like say my piece when people mention such, discussions like, I feel like this song, this particular artist is a banger and it's a song of the year. Man, I haven't heard it around. So if it's not nationwide, could we still say it's a contender for song of the year? We're not going to that.
It's a fair point.
Yeah,
I would say that too. Joe, since September, there's been fire songs. People are still deciding, and bear in mind, these fans and there's those who are literally listening to music and assessing the music itself. For sure. You understand? So I would put it in the category.
You put it in that category?
Put it in the category, Joe. It's a fire song.
With that being said, what's your song of the year so far? Song we feel like about.
Yeah. Like it's been a while since I tapped into like that type of genre, but I would say the song by Zaka.
What's up, man?
Yo, dog. Every time I hear that song, I'll be like, oh, that makes sense. I felt it. I felt the wave. Yeah. It makes sense, dog. That for me.
That song is a banger. It breaks all like borders that would put within like the whole like house thing. Like, okay, we are Amapiano kids.
Sure.
So Amapiano is what is hot now.
True.
And if you come through the Afro Tigers, I was X and whatever.
Sure.
Keep it there. But now what's crazy with his stuff, that song, it
balances, dog. It makes sense.
Everyone is vibing with that song. What's like
on Botsoro Tunza cricket that dive babeta cricket it's about you fake la bona Joe.
I don't know.
Sure.
Gehafa like a young vibe, December, the Tiwale.
Sure.
My whiskey or whatever it is that I'm going to be drinking.
Yeah.
And just experience that song when I'm drunk, because I'm pretty sure it's going to slap different.
But man,
just that pop.
You still need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy the full sense of it, just to say once again, get born again, won't teach you only the one.
Exactly. For sure. And what about like the Big Hash? Have you been bumping the Big Hash?
Big Hash, my man, I don't have an accurate information about it.
Yeah?
But I have like, there's a new wave in hip hop, and within this new wave of hip hop, it lies within it lies within commercial space. So I'm not really that much into commercial, my friend. Like I'm literally deep inside.
Yo, you need to tap in, because that kid is good. His story is like a weird story, because like when he came up, by SoundCloud.
Sure.
And I say weird in the sense of he's one of those kids who a lot of people thought that he got next. Like everything that's happening with Blxckie now.
Yeah.
I feel like that was supposed to happen with the Big Hash.
Yeah.
Because he's like a complete artist. Sharp. On a connection, for lack of a better word, on a connection level.
Sure.
Not everyone is gonna vibe with him because he's only using one medium. which is English, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's nothing bad also, because like.
I heard one of his songs. And I this was literally his song, and I started hearing him with, I think it was with Nasty. I'm not so sure, but like, he is a good rapper.
He's a good rapper.
He's doing the most. I haven't heard him recently, like in the past 2 years, but he's a good rapper.
Yeah, and actually, when you mentioned past 2 years, I think that was the last time he gave us like a solid project that was commercially.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, so that mixtape he dropped, and then he had like label problems. That's where like I come in with the whole. His journey is weird because. Yeah, but I already mentioned this. Like, like a lot of people were like putting their bets on him. And now I feel like his comeback is, it's like it's close to coming around like full circle, if that makes sense. Like just like how everything has been done from now.
He's still trying to hype up what he still had, And I think it's a good thing for him.
Yeah.
Still young. I mean, he's still exploring the music industry. So why not?
Why not, man?
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, just to add on to what I was saying. About the comeback and everything else. Reason being why I feel like everything might just work out and he might have like another comeback is because the music is sounding dope. Even on the merch level, he's like merch for this new drop.
Sure.
And the Sonics also. Because I gotta, like you say, you know him from like being a rapper, right?
Yeah.
He can also sing, like, and his new single, Sometimes.
Smash.
Smash it. Now he's doing it independently. Like,
sure.
It's not every day where you can say like, who do you know got to bag a deal like a big brand like Adidas and you're an indie artist.
Hey, dude.
I mean, even the label that he was signed to before, it's like an indie label. It's not like a big corporate like what we were talking about related to the Piano Hub and Sony. Sony's a big corporation. So when you have them backing you up, there's certain things that they can pull. So like he amassed most of his crowd through SoundCloud, and then after that he was gone, no? So I'm really happy for him. I think he's dropping this mixtape maybe in the next 2 weeks or next week, I'm not sure, but like he's been releasing singles anyway, which is cool.
I understand.
That's a cool thing. Another dude that I wanted to shout out also, Blxckie, of which we talked about briefly. Just last week I was on Twitter, and then Nancy I celebrate 10 million plays.
Okay. Do you know what 10 million is actually?
10 million plays.
10 million is like, dog, you made it, dog. It's now your time. It's literally now your time.
10 million plays on like Apple Music.
Yeah.
And like when he announced that on Twitter, he was like, even on that day marks a year since he released Big Time Slapper. Yeah. And so that's when like catapulted his career, bro. And it's crazy because like I was just having that conversation about like Big Hash and saying like, okay, maybe not everyone nationwide might connect with him based on just like the language barrier. But I still believe like, dog, sometimes when you have it, you have it. Because when Elaine Hunter, the one, dog, she was singing in English.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, hey, that's for me.
Who this is?
The whole nation, bro. The whole freaking nation was jamming to that. So I also am like skeptical when it comes to this conversation of, are people authentic enough? What is authentic? Because you can still lace a Zulu or Vernac sounding rap and still not be relatable sometimes, mainly based off just, I don't know, your content is not connecting, or it could be just like how you're flowing and whatever. Like there's a lot of tangibles, not even tangibles, like, what am I saying? There's a lot of factors that come into play with this whole thing of like what makes a song, how do people connect, you know, and all that type of stuff.
All I can say is that when an artist is raw enough to their own individuality, it gives them a craft.
It gives them a craft
that people would enjoy. Now, remember, I also said about a fan base. There's people who are loyal to these specific celebrities or artists because they like what they are offering them, dog. I can't say I like this artist and you should like this artist because of I like it. You have your own specific taste, quality. You like whiskey, I like vodka. Type of thing, you know. But however, we're gonna like them the same way. We're gonna have the same views about it.
Whether like
you understand, Zulu,
doesn't matter.
Dude, it doesn't matter as long as you can do a vibe, man. You got it.
That's for sure. Bro.
Yeah, dog.
Nah. I like your take on that.
Yeah, dog.
I like your take on that. Now I'm feeling like, hey, now it's a feta, man. Hey, dog, I'm enjoying this conversation with you. I'm glad we actually did this. So I just wanted to ask you about like the whole Reece and Emtee beef. Are you aware of that?
My man, I'm a big fan of A Reece, actually. First and foremost, I like his music. I love how he builds up, you know.
Yeah.
But with regards to the beef, I didn't catch much about it. But it's been there, but I didn't catch much about it, to be honest.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that beef has been going on for the longest of times, ever since Reece left the label Ambitious, right?
Yeah.
So now where it got tricky, I can't say where it got tricky, but like for them to get to a point of reconciling, because I asked you about the beef just to see like where you at in terms of like the knowledge and information regarding that.
I understand.
Because obviously I know you're a lover of music, but it's not like you're on social media like that 24/7.
True. Yeah.
So where things got weird now is Reece's tour DJ, long-time tour DJ friend. I think he's also now involved in like handling his bookings and all that. Is it Chris Houdini? Yeah, I think it's Chris Houdini. It's not Chris Houdini, it's like Chris Houdini. One of the two. He owns like this clothing label called Young, whatever. So they've been long time collaborators, you know, colleagues and whatever. They've been working together. So now I think he handles the bookings, and he tweeted saying, "Who do you know who made a bigger comeback than Reece ever since?" Yeah, so just to add on that part there, nigga bulelanga Chris Houdini. I don't know where we left off, but the whole Twitter thing.
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, who do you know that has made a better comeback than Reece after like he left the label? Because he legit had to, we could say reinvent himself, because
true.
He pretty much went away from that sound in like Pusha, Ambitious, because Ambitious was like, yo, yeah, you're cool, you're talented, you can rap, but bro, how can you connect to the people? So why don't you add a little like that totita, that slang, that vernac, to add on that flavor. And it's weird because like, you know, there's that one song, what
is it? Ngan. Yeah.
It's a friend of mine, dog, but like I guess like we don't have the same ears when it comes to music. He hates that song. He hates A Reece before
he even
TWC, before being independent. I'm like, dude, that was a proper song. If it's anything, I like that song. It made me believe that okay, A Reece can, you know, do some music and whatever.
True.
But yeah, just to find a way for us to get to closing, right?
True.
So now, he leaves the label and then makes a better comeback and all of that. Now it gets tricky after like Chris Houdini, I don't know, let's just say Houdini, tweets that. Ntembeni Dave Emtee. Okuta tweeted that man. Are for lack of, you know,
understanding,
better words to just, you know, paraphrase what I saw, because I can't remember the exact words, but like what it felt like to me, Emtee was saying Sabulela Masib. And it's weird because not so long ago I'm trying to reconcile with A Reece. But here you are, you're trying to put more fire to a flame that we could now close, because even A Reece himself, now I interview Lepel Tusi. Now I'm willing. I have no bad blood against Emtee. If anything, they beef was just something based on just like these dudes are leaving the label. A Reece was trying to tell this dude like, yo, don't try make my situation look bad because I'm leaving. Because dude, you were there too. Why to lang the things that they were doing to take advantage of us as artists and all that type of stuff. So come on, bro, you can't say all these mean and negative things towards me when I'm leaving the label when you know you're also in the same situation. But because Emtee, I guess he had to take care of his family.
You understand?
You can't just leave like that. You have to think about like the family. You have to think about the kids.
Bear in mind, Emtee released one of the hottest songs within that specific time frame. So Ambitious was applauding him for all the hard work that he's already done. I'm not saying there was nothing that A Reece was doing. And I'm not saying that A Reece's music was bad. I love A Reece. I'm a big fan of A Reece, to be honest.
For sure.
But however, the recognition that people had of Emtee than A Reece, it had slightly, you know, like that first song by A Reece, by Emtee. What's the name of the song? Roll Up. There's remix. There's AKA. There's Wizkid. Come on.
Yeah, obviously he was the cash cow.
He was the cash cow. So Ambitious was making sure that nigga, we're literally marketing you. You are literally the face of Ambitious. While A Reece is seeing the most, he has to pull up. You know, he needs to do something for the record so that the record can survive.
That's for sure.
So obviously A Reece had to leave, and now when that guy that you're talking about, Jose, tweeted that, it messes up Emtee's image too. I mean, what are you saying? Are you saying that Emtee's not even doing anything?
You see, but now
you understand
where that gets tricky.
Sure,
it's time. Level the time and the gap.
True.
Between when Reece left Ambitious, 2017. What Reece has built for himself since he left. It's been 4 years.
True.
Yeah, 4 years, right?
True.
Yeah, 4 years, 2021. 4 years since he left that. Emtee released his first ever solo, I guess, like album, whatever, since leaving the label this year. He released his first ever single since leaving that label when? Last year. So I
see the gap. No,
so that's why I feel like what Chris Houdini was saying is granted, because I thought,
I see.
Oh yeah, even before we got cut off, I was trying to tell you there was this one line that he was saying on this one song, A Reece. The new kid on the block twice, the only one who did it.
Yeah.
You get the power.
I get.
You can't just come back again, dog. He's the only one.
Ish.
We're not going to tell you that.
Ish.
And then now Emtee. Respect. I love Emtee, and I hate people who try, you know, talk dirt on this dude's name, because like I feel like if there's anyone to carry the flag, if we're talking everything from like representing language, style, everything, Emtee.
Man, for me, Emtee was literally the ghetto hero. Like
he
showed us, especially our generation, that you can still make it. You know. Bayman, yes, we still have Bo, aka Boy Casper, making the limelight. But Emtee's a nigga that literally is our age making the shit happen, dog. Driving the expensive cars, you know, releasing the dopest music. My man, he's living the life, dog. He was. But now he literally left. Do you know how much it takes for you to leave? You understand?
And like Lena, I'm not gonna shun his name also. Dog. I'm just saying like sometimes like give whatever opinion that someone is saying about something else that life to say, okay, it's cool. I can respect that. Because Sharp, you also like in the space of like a young year since he left, he's built something really dope for him. Like it was almost like close to 2 years. This dude was touring Namibia, touring like different places. He was like at last year, at that point we're like, have us about booty country or whatever. Out of all the hip hop acts, he's the one who's again the most. That was Emtee. So I get where he's coming from, but I feel like, you know, sometimes, dog, you need to move different, articulate yourself different.
And bear in mind, with an artist, it's also a mountain. it doesn't mean that he always had the cash available at the time that he needed it. You know,
Yeah.
he had to make sure that he makes his shit happen right now. Dog.
Yeah.
Leaving ambitions for him to be, independent, dog, takes a lot.
Takes a lot.
Takes a lot. A Reece did a lot too when he left, dog. He had to start from nothing.
From nothing. And like the amount of music that he was releasing as TWC.
Dog. He has been releasing.
But yeah, bro, this has been a fire conversation. You know,
Yeah, dog.
usually these things like run for like 20 minutes, but today I want
Sure.
Yeah, so
Sure.
I just like to thank you for pulling up.
Thank you, Mike.
For allowing me into your space, pretty much. Well, I don't really have a home, pretty much. I recorded an episode of my house. I'm just jumping from people's houses to house.
No, you're welcome.
And as soon as
bro.
people get used to like around there, like, okay, wait, that's what we know the big T debate is. Boom, switch.
Amen.
Came back, bro. You know, the camera went south, or the camera situation, let me just say, went south. And, but we back. I'm sorry, but we are back now. And we're going to be doing this, I don't know, for as long as we can. Hopefully I can still have Tebza here.
Yeah.
The money. I was thinking earlier on when you started the show, I was gonna try act all, you know, funny, and say maybe he's gonna look big spender, not the money handle high, and then spaghetti babies. He's available, but obviously he's not just gonna spend in general. I see you to prepare a profile shop, and he'll take it from there. But anyways, from me, Danny Pacheco, my bro, Tebza, Zaka, the money me. This has been really fun, lovely. Big shout out to our dude in the background, director extraordinaire, Tools, Thulani, Njagimi.
Yeah.
Lovely. It's been nice, you know. See you soon. Lahaim. Big T debate, baby. Peace.
Big T.
Salute.